Sophia's the only young woman on the island that night. Cynthia and Valerie were there, but they both have an alibi in each other. So Sophia, she's the closest thing we got to a suspect.
You really think so?
Yeah, don't you?
I think if you murder someone and their blood splashes about, you don't stuff your clothes in a laundry bag. You burn them.
Maybe she didn't notice the blood. Plus, you know, people panic, do stupid things.
She doesn't really seem the sort.
What's that supposed to mean?
She seems smart.
Cambridge educated.
Yeah, I suppose.
Tell me something, do you really think that posh people don't commit murders, it's just the plebs?
I'm brushing that chip off your shoulder.
What?
If you've got a problem with me, just say so. I can take it.
There's obviously Sherlock, who I would be honoured to. He's such a good detective. Nothing gets past him. So yeah, that's a good one. Sophia, what about yours?
The Sherlock and Watson. Well, the reason obviously the Sherlock and Watson is so satisfying is because I am obsessed with that series, but also because we've got one of the same writers. So Stephen obviously wrote some episodes of the Benedict Cumberbatch and a Sherlock series, and I would say also there is that element of the two of them really not getting on, and also their differences being quite logical and heart-based or intuition-based and intellect-based. And I think that thread exists in the Sherlock and Watson, even though it's expressed very differently hopefully through, you know, Leo and I. I don't think I think Havers would buck on being compared to anyone, but but I do see that the through line is there. So I think that's the best parallel. I would say they're both very dedicated to their jobs. You know, the best thing about playing Dr. O'Sullivan on Ted is that everyone talks about how much she's never there because she's always working. So that's a very strong parallel. I guess if you could say I manifest roles where people are very dedicated to their jobs, I'll take that. That's exactly what I go for. People who go 110% to their jobs, they're my kind of characters.
I've got to solve crimes, not commit them, and murders. So yes, I'm definitely less bearded and my hair is much more kempt and I have more words. I think in Valhalla I did a lot of screaming and war cries, whereas in this it's a bit more received pronunciation. So yeah, it's very different, but it was all filmed in the same place. And one of my favorite things is that, in which episode is it? In episode 3, in the same fields that Vikings Valhalla filmed ripping down London Bridge and Viking funerals, we filmed LYNLEY. So I was having very strange flashbacks as I solved the crimes in the reeds, remembering happy days doing Valhalla.
It was sort of amazing to do it next to him because it felt like Leo knew every landscape. It's sort of like walking around with Pocahontas, like I know the name of every tree, every mountain, and also every crew member because he'd like work with them all on Vikings. It honestly worked with Leo Suter in Ireland, and it's a real win.
Yeah, lots of anecdotes. Ooh, Rachmaninoff Vespers.
You were doing a lot of that. Yeah. I think Havers is all about 90s rock.
Ooh, a crisp white wine.
I think she's a beer gal. Oh, I'd probably say that Havers deep down has got a very hard to admit crush on Shah Rukh Khan from watching when she was 15 years old and has never fancied anyone since. Like, I think it's very much, who's a very famous Indian Bollywood star, but as in like, because she's got an Indian mom, they definitely had a moment where they watched those together. Any Indian kid will tell you that. And like, he was such a heartthrob back in the day. He was probably it, and then she's probably like dismissed everyone as subpar and would never admit that out loud. That's my guess.
Injustice. No, go to Sophia, but I'll do a better one.
Yours would. I think that tracks for you.
No. You do one and I'll think of a better one while you do.
Okay, greatest fear for Havers. This is really sad, but death of someone she loves. I think she's suffered a lot of personal tragedies, and I think that she's driven by a fear that will happen again.
I don't think I came up with a better one. You should do next. Crisp white wine.
Mine is actually, I don't think she feels guilty about it, except for maybe listening to music when no one else is in the car. But I would say she's definitely a kind of like ham, egg and chips, pie, and you know what I mean? That's let loose with a good Sunday lunch. Do you know, I don't know, I actually really think that the gorgeous thing about Havers is she looks, rightly or wrongly, looks down at a lot of those pastimes and doesn't do a lot of that. And when Leo seems to have, when LYNLEY seems to have a lot of those extra hours to do those things, she tends to really turn her nose up at it. So I think that's funny that, rightly or wrongly, I think she shuts down a lot of her life and kind of scorns anyone who doesn't. So that's your answer there.
I'd say History of the Roman Emperors, which is also a bit of a tease.
Yeah.
Episode 1.
No, it's so amazing. There's a real, as much as she is a spanner in the works for a lot of people, she's got such a sense of integrity, this character, which is why I love her. And I'd say that her dream vacation is somewhere she could take her mum and dad. Anywhere she could take them for the seaside would be her dream.
Well, that's gorgeous. I would say a road trip around Scotland, the Highlands, in the Jensen Interceptor.
Injustice. Yeah. No, absolutely right. Injustice.